Hi guys, I'm Ariana Evangelista. I'm a professional athlete and also a Philippine team national member for cycling.
Hi, I'm Bianca Gregorio, the founder and creator of Reclothing and a content writer for marketing.
I am Maria Jennifer Sarte. I am a conservation architect.
My cycling journey started at age 12 and it started out as a hobby, and then I just started to join a few local races, and then my parents saw that I have potential in cycling, and then how I am today is very unexpected. The rest is history, and I can't actually believe that it has become my profession.
So I've always loved fashion, even nung super bata pa ako. But when I learned about sustainable fashion and how bad the effects of fast fashion were, hindi lang sa people but also sa environment, that's when I decided I wanted to make that shift. And so I decided to make Reclothing, which works with secondhand textiles, and we sort of bring them with a new life through hand embroidery. And from there, ayun, yun na yung naging advocacy ko in life.
I think it takes a great deal being in our field because one must have the heart and passion in preserving these heritage structures. Bata pa lang ako, I've been already fascinated with the old buildings and structures here in the Philippines. That's why I took architecture course in college and pursued heritage conservation afterwards. I would say it is not really an easy journey because you're going into the field where conservation practice is still young, and majority does not realize the importance and significance of these heritage structures in our culture.
Since I started at this sport from a very young age, I have seen a lot of discrimination because cycling is a male-dominated sport, but I just didn't really, or I just ignored all of those negative comments or opinions about me being in the sport and just continue doing what I love to do and continue to be passionate about it. And right now, I've seen like a drastic change when it comes to gender equality, when it comes to sports. And I've seen that more women are getting into cycling, and that's a good thing because I've been promoting that for so long. And for example, in my discipline, it's mountain biking. It's not really something that women would go into because it's extreme. And right now, it's a matter of just being surrounded by the right people, enjoying their company, enjoying what you love doing. And that's how I've seen a drastic change when it comes to the amount of women getting into cycling. And hopefully, in the future, more women will get into cycling.
So a lot of people think that business is a very male-dominated industry, but in recent years, especially since I started, I've seen so many women come into this space, and it's really been inspiring because there's such a huge community now of women who all empower each other. But of course, marami pa rin, they have this notion na women succeed less when it comes to businesses, whether it's through emotions or what. But I think that that's not true at all. If anything, actually, it helps them and us to really create better decisions.
It's really important to raise awareness on gender equality in our field, lalo na sa field of conservation and construction. And I think one of the solutions that helps would probably if dumami pa yung women na nagpursue ng ganitong path. Yung confident ka sa strength mo as a woman, and you believe in yourself. Kasi when you do that, lumiliit yung stigma against women. And kasi naniniwala ka na kaya mo siyang gawin. You are capable to lead and to do the job right.
As a professional cyclist, I've been competing locally and internationally like for the longest time now. And the amount of women competing before, just a few number of participants. But I'm happy that it has progressed, and not just when it comes to competition, but the number of women I see on the road, let's say commuting, or when they bike on weekends. It's good that their significant others, let's say, or their male friends have invited more women to get into cycling. And right now, it's a really, really big difference. And I hope that it really grows more in the future. But because right now, for example, with me, like my role as a influencer or as a brand ambassador or as an athlete is to really set as a good example to a lot of people, not just for male but for female as well, that they shouldn't be scared of getting out of their comfort zone, or like let's say into cycling, getting a tan or getting darker. But it's just a matter of embracing who you really are and to really enjoy what you love doing. And with that, I'm happy that I'm able to inspire a lot of people that cycling is not just a sport, that it's also a lifestyle. So it really changes a lot of things. So right now, for example, in my job, that I get to compete abroad, go to different places, meet a lot of people, and just imagine like more women who are scared would overcome their fear of those things. So hopefully in the future, I'll be able to meet more women on the road.
So, while majority of buyers and garment workers are actually women in the fashion industry, most designers are still men. But what I've noticed in the recent years is that it's become a lot more inclusive, hindi lang sa plus sizes and having more size options, but also in the people that they let into the space. So, mas marami ng women designers and creators, and it's really been amazing kasi a lot more women are really being given a voice in the fashion industry, which I think is so important because if majority of your buyers are women, edi dapat talaga there's really more women in that space. So for me, that's something that I also want to pursue, and that's also something that I try my best to do in my brand, which is to empower women of all sizes, of all race and everything else. I think that that's really a very important part.
Yes, I think there's a significant progress in my field because women now are venturing towards to this path because they are really interested in it and they just love what they do. That's what I love with my current job because my job sees to it that there is right amount of ratio between men and women to fit for the job. And bottom line is, kapag kaya mo, susuportahan ka nila no matter what gender you have.
I am cheerful.
I am creative.
I am courageous. I can.
We can.
Women can.